Yeah, what's up, man? It's Base Boxing Basement, the Triple B in the house for his homeboys. Yeah, speaking reality here for the funds like Ricky Hatton. Yeah, you know what? Like, so a lot of people been saying, man, they like my rinse videos. And they're like saying, man, you gotta rinse these people. You know, people like Gareth the Arsehole Davis, Adam Smith, a bunch of other wrong uns, Steve Bumhole Bunce, Steve Five Barrows Bunce, and I do. But I'll do another video. One of the other ones that people have been asking for is this bum Charlie Parsons. This complete clown. Now, this idiot, and he looks like a sloth. Now, I like sloths. They're sweet creatures, they're laid back. They just, walk from tree to tree and eat stuff slowly. But this Charlie Parsons looks like a sloth. What do I mean by that? Well, his eyes are too far apart. His eyes are too far apart. They're like on the side of his head, like some kind of chameleon. Anyway, the most important thing, right? The biggest question is why? Why is this idiot, this low IQ midget, he's 5'5", he's like 22. He had some TikTok channel that was, it was vaguely, popular, but only about 180 grand of followers. And, this guy's, his IQ must be like 50, maybe 60. He's a moron. He's a cretin. He's an imbecile. And he's based in Gloucestershire. Apparently he had here we go. According to The Sun, he's got a media background. He studied politics, English language, and law at A-level. Yeah? What grades did he get, man? I bet he got D's and everything. Maybe E's. He's a mug. He's an idiot. And so he's a sports presenter, allegedly. And they've started to show him on DAZN. Now, DAZN are not great at choosing people to work for them. They choose people like Adam Smith, who should be put out in the field and shot in the head like an old horse that served his purpose. And in fact, he was whack anyway when he was alive. And this is what this bum says. He says his own company is on a mission to change the face of sport and fitness hydration. Yeah, apparently he's part of a founding member of Whoa Hydrate, a fitness chain, but this is his dad. This is not him. A guy who has an IQ that low couldn't run a bath, let alone a company. Our goal is to educate and inspire individuals, pushing everyone to the best, no matter their environment. This is him, the idiot, Charlie Bumhole. We want to help people reach their goals by offering products that are truly healthy. Yeah, I bet their products are not healthy. They're probably full of, what do you call it? Like chemicals, artificial sweeteners, that kind of stuff. But, that's fine. Good luck to him, man. He's a young kid. He's 22. If you can do well, do well. But, what, by poisoning people? But why would you be on DAZN? DAZN Boxing, a boxing channel. Now, this fat midget has never boxed in his life. He's 22. His eyes are too far apart. He looks like a sloth, What's he going to bring to the table? Boxing's quite a niche sport. And yeah, you'll get casuals watch it. But, anybody with a brain who loves boxing will look at this idiot and go, who is this person? Why is he talking? He's got nothing to say. He sits there with a shit-eating grin on his face, asking lame questions to boxers, with stupid look on his face. Why would you employ that person? Well, it's got to be his dad. And I had a row with him when I used to have my twatter before it got, before it got shut down. And you were like, I didn't even have that much of a go at him. I just said, you're whack, you're a bum, your eyes are too far apart. I didn't say anything bad. Yeah, and he starts coming back to me in private message. Yeah. What's good? I said, yeah, what do you want? And he said, yeah. You come round to the next show and let's see if you show, I've repeated this before, if you show the same energy when you see me. And I'm like laughing my ass off. I send him back some laughing emojis. I go, you're 5'5", you've never boxed, your eyes too wide apart, you're a bum, you're fat, you're a midget. I will, fold you in half in seconds, And did some more laughing face emojis. And then he's like, he blocked me. After threatening me up. He was going to confront me at the next show. And I've been to a few I go to a lot of shows. I like boxing shows. You when you see a good boxing card, you're buzzing. The atmosphere, the violence, the bar, the yayo. But this idiot with the huge eyes that are too far apart threatened me up. But when I laughed at him, he blocked me. He's a bum. All I could think of is he obviously comes from a posh background because he went, he's from Cirencester and did A-levels. And that's fine. I ain't got no problem with that, man. Get ahead if you want to. Do what you want to do. I'm not going to hate someone for going into, further education. But when you're moronic, when you're a cretin, when you're an imbecile, what's the point, man? But for some reason, they managed to get him a job in DAZN, asking people questions. And I just have to sit there cringing. People say, I'll just switch off the volume. Well, like I said before many times, switching off the volume means you miss some of the atmosphere. And there might be the occasional good, interview asking a boxer about something. Of course, that interview will not be conducted by Charlie Parsons because he's a bum. He's an imbecile. He's ignorant. He's only 22. He's a 5'5" midget who's never boxed. What does he know about boxing, man? You know what? I might turn up to a show. I'll wait till the next DAZN show and I'll turn up and I'll tap him on the back. You remember me? He goes, no, what do you mean? I said, yeah, you told me to turn up to your show. And you told me that if I showed energy, you would iron me out. I go, what are you going to do now, you little midget? You fat midget with sloth-like eyes that are too wide. What are you going to do? You're a pussy hole. Yeah, that's all there is to it. So obviously his dad got another job. F him. He's a bum. He's ugly. He's a midget, and more importantly, you could be ugly and be a bum and be a midget, but if you know about boxing, like say Barry Jones, he's also ugly, he's also a midget, but he knows his boxing, so I'll take that. But this idiot, this moronic guy who looks like a mongoloid does not know what he's talking about, and I have no idea what he's doing in boxing. It has to be connections and networking with his dad, who must be some like rich producer or something. Oh, can you give my little son a job? I'm sorry, he's a midget and a moron and a retard, but can you give him a job? Anyway, that's enough with that pussy hole.